Alright, bro.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the first episode, actually, of our podcast. Since the first one, the audio didn't come out as well. Now we are redoing it, and today I am joined here with a fellow maker. Introduce yourself, Angel.
What's up, guys? My name's Angel. Pretty cool things about myself. I skate, I rock climb, and I talk to your girl. Yeah. So
Triple threat.
Triple threat. You gotta be worried about me. Antonio and I. Oh fuck.
We knew each other for a really long time. We knew each other ever since middle school. We were talking about this just the other time, and basically the way we met is through mutual friends. The way we met was just through mutual friends, and we met in Boys and Girls Club. He wasn't part of it. He was just that person that would go and visit his girlfriend at the Boys and Girls Club, and we just knew each other from then. And then I'd always hang out with my other friend as well. And then we're just hanging out in a little group. That's basically how we met. And then he was in the academy as well. Explain.
The academy. Basically, the academy is this little side school that like all the bad kids go to. So basically, I got into a couple fights and I kind of got sent to the academy. It's basically just it's a portable on the side of the school. Where it's I don't know, man. They make you do arts and crafts shit. It's like the special ed class, but it's not.
It's like you're a misfit. It's like a misfit school.
It's like a misfit class, yeah, where it's you're doing everything you have to do. They're just doing it at a different pace.
Yeah, but people, trust me, in the regular middle school Davis, that's the school that we went to, the academy was a part of it. And basically, if you transferred back from the academy, you'd be the talk of the town like Angel was.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people talked about me. The academy was this big, holy shit, he's from the academy. It's like coming back from jail, essentially.
Basically, you're in county, and then you're forced to learn. And if you don't, then you get, what's that one thing called when you don't show up to school?
Truancy.
Truancy, basically. Are they more strict on truancy there?
Yeah, the academy was way more strict. I mean, there's a reason that people associate it with being like a jail or prison.
Yeah, it did seem that way. You guys were locked up, basically, because it was, all surrounded by a fence.
Yeah.
Davis was surrounded by a fence, too, but, you were able to leave if you really wanted to ditch school. But in the academy, they had it locked down. All the gates were locked and stuff.
So the academy
trapped in the cage in the rec yard.
It was actually, sandwiched between Davis and the Boys and Girls Club. So I remember a lot of the Boys and Girls Club people were, looking at me being why are you at this side school? Why aren't you in the main school? And I had to explain to them oh yeah, I got into some trouble.
Wait, they really asked you that?
They asked me that.
Oh, wow,
I don't know if you remember one of the Boys and Girls Club teachers.
I know who he is. His name is Van. Dude, that dude was hella cool, dude. He actually tried to teach us a lot of life lessons when we were in the Boys and Girls Club. I didn't understand him at the time, but now I do. Looking back, he was kind of he was trying to educate us on basically how to treat everybody equally and stuff. He asked us some hard-hitting questions because a lot of kids when they're younger they're homophobic and shit. And yeah, they're he was just trying to teach us that's just the way they are, And then remember that one time when we were having there was we were obviously on the same side,
right.
But it was just the argument are you born gay or do you just choose to be gay? And I remember that we're on the side where you're born gay, and then the other side was just oh no, you could choose to be gay. But then they had a lot of things falling apart with their argument, and we won basically.
Yeah, I was beating the shit out of them. I think Xavier, which is funny enough because Xavier is a homosexual, but he was on the you choose to be gay side.
Very ironic, but I mean we're little kids, so we didn't really understand.
No, Van called me a fuckboy.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I mean he plays around like that because he knows.
No, yeah,
he could recognize the characteristics of one, and you kind of were.
Yeah,
and still are.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. I thought it was hilarious because he didn't say it to my face. He said it behind my back. I heard it from I think I heard it from this time where.
Dude, she was probably making that shit up. I mean, no, they probably said that as a joke. But then I thought it was like, he actually meant it.
No, he probably didn't mean it. I was kind of a fuckboy.
Yeah, that too. But like, he probably said it in a joking way. But like, obviously didn't like, hate you and stuff.
No, I'm not saying he
Didn't
hated
say it
me.
in like
I just think it's funny that he called me a fuckboy. It gave me like a little ego boost. Like, yeah, even this motherfucker's married.
Yeah, middle school, dude. If you were called a fuckboy, people took that as a compliment. And then they would roll with it. They're like, yeah, I'm a fuckboy. And then now looking back, like, we know the definition of what a fuckboy is, and it's kind of like, it's an insult.
Yeah.
Like a fat-ass insult.
Calling me a fuckboy now would be an insult. I mean, I know I fit the description. Like, I'm talking to, like... But that's besides the point. Don't call me a fuckboy. Call me a woman enthusiast.
Yeah, that's a new term nowadays. Yeah. And middle school for me, honestly, dude, I was low-key, like, I would only hang out with one group, but I'd try, like, dude, I remember back in middle school, people used to call me awkward a lot, and that really messed me up, because I didn't understand how I was being awkward. I remember that the girl that you were dating at the time, she used to call me awkward all the time, and she's the one who diagnosed me with the awkward, and I remember that one girl that hated me, she also called me awkward as well. And then everybody who I wasn't really close with, they would call me that because in class, they would try to talk to me, but I didn't know what to say. And then I just murmur, or I just say something that relates nothing to do with like what they just said. And I wouldn't make eye contact neither. I remember back in middle school, eye contact for me was really hard. And I remember that this one girl, Trinity, do you remember Trinity?
Ortiz?
Yep. She taught me how to look people in the eye. Because whenever I talk to people, I would look down and I wouldn't look people straight in the face. And that was like that's when I started looking up and stopped looking down at the floor while talking to people. So shout outs to her. And
Trinity, you an OG, bro.
Yeah, you're an OG. And yeah, that's what people would say to me. Like I remember that a lot of people from middle school, I knew people from my elementaries. I went to 2 elementary schools, and that was Hayes Elementary and Parkview Elementary as well. And I stopped going to Hayes Elementary because some kid kicked me in the balls, and I complained to my mom. And dude, I remember it was this one dude, I'm not gonna say his name, but dude, like it was because I was annoying him and he was with a girl, and he just wanted, you know how guys are, like little kids are whenever
he was pulling
like
bitches in elementary school.
Yeah, and then he was just like, I'm gonna show this fool what's up, I'm with a girl, so I'm gonna kick him. He said he was trying to kick me in the stomach, but he kicked me in the balls instead. Even though those are 2 different motions, he could have gone like that, but no, he went like that. For some reason, he thought that would connect to my stomach.
He wasn't going for the high kick. He was going for that low kick.
Yeah. It was just, and I remember it hurt a lot. And then I remember that Gerardo, Alex, they were the ones who helped me up when I was crying on the floor. They're the real homies before we were even homies. Because that was before we really knew each other.
Damn, bro, them the OGs.
Yeah, it is. It's like they were just asking me while I was crying, and then I said it was nothing. And the dude that kicked me in the balls, I remember that he said that, I'll give you some cookies tomorrow if you don't tell on me. And I didn't tell on him. And
do you remember ever getting the cookies?
I never got the cookies.
Oh.
The dude lied to me, and that taught me a lesson. Don't take their word for it, especially if they harm you. They're not going to tell the truth.
And don't accept cookies from strangers.
I mean, he wasn't really a stranger. He was a person I knew. It's just that one day, like, he just had enough and just kicked me. And then after that, I transferred to Parkview, and I was a loser, dude. Like, I remember I came into the school. I didn't know anybody, but then I was hanging out with this one group, which people didn't like. And the group that I hang out with now, they used to think I was a loser, and they used to bully me. Yeah, the people who I know now, back then, they were mean to me, bruh. Like, I remember back in like fourth grade when I went there. I remember that we had some bitch ass teacher, and that person, dude, everybody hated him. Everybody hated him, including like the people in the past students, future students now. Everybody hated him because the way he would talk to the kids, it was just a little too aggressive, and then like people didn't like that, and so people fuck with his door and stuff like every year basically, and but yeah, he was just he was mean. He was like an aggressive teacher to me towards me as well. So then those combined with like not being liked, it made me very sad. And then I remember that I would always try to talk to the popular group, or the popular group at the time, which is the group that I hang out with now. And they would always cast me aside and just they wouldn't want to talk to me, and they just told me to get over there and just like to leave, and like that they don't want them there, and that I was a loser. And they 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 uh, they just didn't like me. I tried to hang out with them a lot of times, but they would always just kick me to the curb. They would kick me to the curb during lunch in the cafeteria, and then I would be a loner until I met this group that people wouldn't call the cool group, kind of like the nerds a little bit. But I mean, I thought they were cool for a while until I started losing interest in what they were talking about, and then I remember the only reason why I got to know the group that I knew now, or some of them, is because like I knew Jesse. I knew Jesse. Jesse and I were cool. He was a pretty cool dude back then. He still is now. But I remember that I knew him. We talked. We've been friends for a long time as well, and since elementary, and we talk sometimes. And then eventually, when there was this one game that all of us played, which was Infected, which is basically like zombie tag, and that's basically how I got to know all of the group, and that's how we actually became friends. It's because we played a game of Infected, and then we'd always play, and then eventually they'd start letting me hang out with them, and I became really good buddies with them until like only one of them I wasn't friends with in middle school because they didn't like me anymore because of the way I dressed and the way I had my hair, because they thought I was a loser. Like out of nowhere, they just started thinking I was a loser, and then I remember I tried to talk to them one day in middle school, 7th grade, and then they're all like, talk to me when you have hair like me.
Who was it?
I'm gonna bleep this out, but it was Hell.
Damn, I forgot. Wait, I don't even remember who that is.
Really?
Who the fuck is Hell?
He was that dude that hung out with Sigurd of Below.
Oh, Hell.
Yeah, that dude. He's the one who kicked me to the curb. He's like, I don't fuck with you anymore.
Do you remember that time? There was like some like, it was a boys and girls club like after school thing where it was like a little festival. But it was when I was first talking to the last, and Leon and I had just broke up. Mm-hmm. We were sitting at this bench. Okay, so basically I broke up with this girl like a week ago. I think we were together for like 8 months, and I ended up talking to this other girl. So we weren't even together yet. We were just hanging out. We're like getting to know each other, and we were sitting at this bench like just away from everybody. And then Antonio, this dude, and like his group and my ex-girlfriend, they all go to like these bleachers, which are like 30, 40 feet away.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
You remember what I'm talking about now, right?
Yeah.
And then basically his ex and then one of her friends, they came up to me and they were like, why are you trying to make them jealous? Why are you in front of them? And I was like, I was here first. I don't even know what you're talking about. They came here and they saw what they had to see. And then she started talking about like, oh yeah, like I'll beat your ass. Like she was trying to fight me, and I was like, I'm not gonna fight you. And then it turns out that was Abby's cousin.
Oh,
and so she had told me about this like very personal thing about like, oh yeah, guys like you used to hit me, or no, guys, or Martin was also there. Martin was there, And he was like, guys like him have hit me before. And I was like, I kept asking her to repeat it because I was like, wait, what? Like Martin hit you? Because I wasn't completely sure as to what she was saying. So I didn't mean to make her repeat it like 4 times, but she repeated it 4 times. And then she goes away, and then I'm still with the girl that I'm with. And then I go back to the fest, and then Lee now comes in like, who made my cousin cry? Who made my cousin cry? And then some people pointed at me, and I was like, what the fuck? And he comes up to me, and keep in mind that this is like basically a fucking adult. Like this motherfucker was like 13. Nah, he skipped. I think he flunked a grade. I think he was older than me. But basically, little 13-year-old me was like toe to toe with like this like what? How tall is he? Like 5'10", like 6 foot.
Yeah.
And this big ass dude, buff as fuck. Like this motherfucker might as well have been a fucking like high school senior.
I know. Like he actually looked pretty old for his age.
He looked really fucking old. He had a kid.
He had a kid at that age?
He had a kid at that age. In middle school, he got a girl pregnant. Anyways, he's basically this big cholo dude, right? Like when you think cholo, it's like your first thought. So he's in front of me. He's like trying to press me. I have my skateboard in hand. I'm like, damn, if anything happens, I'm about to start swinging. Nothing ended up happening. He got like taken away, but because Antonio and my girlfriend ended up, or my ex-girlfriend decided to be like across from me, I ended up getting pressed by like this big ass dude. Mm-hmm. And I think that's fucking hilarious.
And I remember that your ex-girlfriend, she tried to make you jealous.
Yeah, so
by being with me.
The funny part is she was trying to make me jealous, but it wasn't working. But it made Antonio's ex-girlfriend jealous.
Yeah.
So basically, or it's not even your fault. It's my ex's fault. My ex tried to get my ass beat.
Basically, she was really butthurt. And are you guys still cool? Are you guys cool?
Yeah, I mean she was at the party. I don't think you saw her though.
Nah, I never saw her.
No, yeah, she was with her friends. I only talked to her like once. I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? And then I went to go check some other people.
How'd the conversation go?
It was literally just that. I just asked like, oh, how are you? And she was like, oh, I'm good. I was like, all right, for sure.
Dude, things aren't good.
There's beers in the fridge.
Things aren't good. Doesn't sound like it.
No, we're chilling. I mean, I'm surprised she even came to the party.
She was probably trying to look out for you and just make sure she avoided you. I'm just kidding. No, that's probably not the case, but most likely. But yeah, that's basically the upbringing of us. And for me, I never walk away from people. People walk away from me. I always for me, and Angel is too. For me, I if I haven't seen somebody in a long time, obviously I'll try to have I can go on and on about random ass shit. And just, catch up and stuff. That's how I am. How are you, Angel, when you see anybody that you haven't seen in a long time?
I don't believe in the terms of falling off. I think that if we stop talking, you can hit me up whenever, and I'm still gonna be the fucking homie. Like if Jesse, okay, so Jesse and I, we've always had this mixed relationship where it's we do and don't fuck with each other. But I mean, after enough time passes, you can't really be held up on some shit like that. Last dispute between Jesse and I was with his ex-girlfriend. You remember Judy?
Yeah.
Basically, or no, it was with Aaron, I think. It was something where basically, one girl said something, and then I let Jesse know, and then he was like, "Oh no, you're lying." And then he ended up getting in he ended up talking to both of them, and then he realized oh, Angel, you're the only one who was real with me through the whole thing. Thank you, but I still don't fuck with you. And I was like, I mean, that's cool, bruh. But after that, after a couple months, we were cool again. It was I talked to him a couple months after, and he was
water under the bridge.
I read this Stanford study. The human brain can only really be mad at someone for 40 minutes.
Really? But yeah. Isn't that different for women?
yeah.
I've seen women, they hate each other for years.
That's the thing. Let's say you and I got in an argument right now. I was mad at you. After like an hour, you could text me and I'll be like, "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah, that is true for me. Like, it's kind of hard for me to stay mad at somebody.
People put on this like fake persona where it's like you're holding a grudge. If you're holding a grudge, you're not really mad at the person. You're just trying to hold on to the fact that they did you wrong. But basically, yeah. I mean, any like fake. If you have a grudge against somebody, you could drop the grudge. You'll be cool with them. Like you're not gonna hate them for life or anything.
If you think about it, dude, in the grand scheme of our consciousness, we will only know each other for a short period of time.
That's true.
And everybody else. So why stay mad at people? We have our entire lifetime to communicate with each other and make life like not suck. Communicating with people, obviously us as humans, we enjoy doing that. And then obviously everybody watching this is human, make sure to drop those grudges. There's no point, you're no matter what you believe in, you will have a soul, and those souls are trapped inside of our vessels, which is our bodies. So, make of that as you will, but our bodies communicate, our souls are just witnessing what we're doing. And our soul make, influence what we want, what we don't want, Us as humans, our brains, we don't control what we like. Don't you? Have you ever thought about that? Like, we don't control what we like.
Yeah, there's been a lot of cases where I try to make myself like something that like everybody else does, and it's just like, this isn't for me.
Exactly.
Like you don't really choose like what you do and don't like. It's kind of made up of like your past experiences. So it's like, if I come from so I was born in Los Angeles. So my parents. So actually, my dad's a norteño, right? So he tried to get me into the lifestyle, and it's like, from what I knew growing up, it's like there was nothing really pushing me to be like, oh yeah, I want to gangbang and shit.
Honestly, parents who try to make their kids gangbang, dude, honestly, that's terrible parenting. Dude.
Yeah, it's a horrible parenting strategy. I'm pretty sure I'll be brought into his lifestyle because of his parents. And it's like, I don't understand what would lead a parent to be like, oh yeah, I want everything that I went through to be something that my son has to go through.
Yeah, it's like, the way I think about it is, my mom when she was growing up, she didn't really have much. Her mom, which is my grandma, they were financially struggling because they crossed the border, and obviously they have papers now, but before they didn't, and they crossed the border, and they had my mom in San Jose, California. And they just raised her over here. They had a chance to buy a house, but they didn't do it. You can't really go back and make them do it. Obviously, that's just in the past. You can't change it. So they were just living in an apartment. My mom also had a sister too, which is my aunt, and they grew up with each other and stuff. And they obviously weren't wealthy, nor really, they were like lower middle class, and like they were just had enough to go buy stuff and just live an okay life. And but now where my mom is, I'd say that we are lucky. And then obviously me, I don't want to struggle. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to benefit my parents and to benefit myself as well as everybody around me. Once I get rich, we're all rich.
Yeah, personally, I've been saving money just in case I accidentally have a kid.
Really?
Yeah. I'm saving, if either the girl, doesn't have insurance and she, I got the money for that, if she decides to keep it, or if she decides she doesn't want to keep it.
Too controversial for the first episode.
Too controversial. But if she does decide she wants to keep it, then I have, a little bit of money stashed away just ready for that.
Understandable, It's always good to be prepared, stack up the money before just in case you have a kid or anything like that, If shit happens, you may not have a good pullout game,
Hey, whoa. I'll have I'm I'm fucking with you. My pullout game has been kind of weak recently.
Yeah, make sure to always strap up,
Hey, bro, only a fool doesn't wrap their tool.
That is true, always be prepared. It's the best thing to do, You don't want to be stuck in a situation that you yourself brought yourself into, but, you should always prevent a situation that you don't want to be in. It's always the smartest thing to do, you know. Take it from me, Aunt Breezy.
That's what's up, bro.
Yep. And then I also have something to show you guys. You know, I'm an artsy type of person, so I obviously made this. This is like a Funko Pop head of like my head right here, and then I also got this little figurine. It's made out of plastic, but I basically made the design, and I painted it as well. It's all OG. I got more of this stuff too. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to show you guys, you know, just a little mini version of my head.
And these will be going on auction. Starting prices is $300 each.
Yes, it's handmade, so it deserves that price. eBay links will be down in the description below.
I've been collecting CDs since like 7th grade. My mom gave me a Tupac album.
Oh, a Tupac album.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
America's Most Wanted.
Uh-huh.
Or two of America's Most Wanted.
So you collect like CDs, albums, and stuff?
Yeah.
How big's your collection?
Fuck. I want to say we're in like the 30, 40 range now.
Damn, that's a lot of CDs.
It's a lot of CDs.
Yeah, my uncle, he used to collect those CDs as well from the old like Odd Future tracks and stuff, and then MF Doom as well.
He has MF Doom?
I think he does. And because I remember seeing them when I was hella young. And but for me personally, what I like to collect like figurines, you know, action figures, vanilla pops, Funko Pops, you know, those are going up in price right now. I have a Tanjiro. Have you ever watched Demon Slayer?
No, I have. I know who Tanjiro is though.
Tanjiro Kamado? Yeah, I got him with like he's like a glow in the dark Funko Pop, and like he's just like slashing his sword, and then like you see like the water form that he does, and then it's like glow in the dark. It's pretty hard. I got two of them, and they both go for $50.
My coworker has a Funko Pop collection. I think it's in the 200 range.
Funko Pop's in the 200 range?
Yeah.
Where does he live?
No, like he has like 200 plus of them.
Really?
And then some of them are like these limited edition ones. So
damn, he's a real Funko Pop collector. He's a Funko head.
yeah, I might actually have to go rob her.
Yeah, my uncle is also a Funko head as well. Like, dude, his room is stacked. It's like really crowded with his collection, dude.
Oh yeah,
like,
the way they just stack it, like they'll cover their entire fucking wall.
It is ridiculous, dude. Like his room is so cluttered with Funko Pops, and then just other things he collects as well, like, you know, hypebeast type of gear, like shoes, clothes, all that type of stuff, and yeah, those are the types of things that he collects. I collect those as well because I just started getting into them because, you know, all that stuff could go woo in the future.
Yeah, if anything, Funko Pops are like a physical investment.
Yeah, it's because, like, you know, they'll stop making them one day, and we'll have them. Yeah, music for me, you know, it's at a time I got sick of music for a while because I listened to the same type of music like every day, and that was like rap, and then that was during my middle school days and then high school days as well. You know, that's all I listened to, and then I kind of got bored of it for a while. But now I'm starting to get into like rock, you know, extreme rock as well, you know, EDM sometimes, and those are just the type of things that I listen to, and dubstep as well. Dubstep has never gone out of fashion. Dubstep will never get out of fashion. Skrillex, I've been listening to you ever since I was in elementary. Dude, speaking of that, in elementary, dude, what was the cool thing to listen to back in elementary was dubstep, basically. And I'd listen to those dubstep compilations all the time whenever I was working on something in school. Right when they were introducing the Chromebooks, dude, like that's when I was just like, a plug, I gotta listen to it. All I had to listen to was dubstep. And it pumped me up for all the assignments, even though the assignments didn't really matter because, you know, you pass elementary no matter what. Unless you don't. I don't know how that happens, but yeah.
That's a thing with dubstep. Because there's so many like sounds and noises coming into your ears, your body has to or your brain has to pick it up. So you have all these like signals coming into your brain. So then your brain is like becoming like more and more activated. So the reason people listen to like dubstep and other like electronica music is it stimulates the brain to the point where it's like you start functioning faster.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that is true. Yeah, kind of makes sense.
Because I remember listening to dubstep back then and being like super hyped up, and I would like finish the assignment like before the class was over, when normally everyone would finish near the end. Because
Yeah.
I have ADHD as well, so it's like I get hyper focused.
Mm-hmm.
So with like all this stimulation coming into my head, my brain's using like more of its energy, and then I'm just like going fucking at it on the math homework.
Damn, like turns you into a prodigy. Yeah, dubstep does go hard though.
It does go.
But
who did you listen to Skrillex back then?
I listened to Skrillex. I listened to Monster Cat. I listened to a lot of artists that I don't remember because I just listened to the compilations, but I just like their beats.
I would listen to Excision. Do you remember who that is?
No, I never heard of them.
You're not a real headbanger, bro.
I mean, that's because I don't really listen. I don't pay attention to the artists. I just listen to the music that they produce. For me, I'm like I don't want to brag, but I'm a bit of a rapper. I go by Ant Breezy. It's Ant Been Breezy. You know, that's my Instagram handle, Ant Been Breezy. You know, you can follow me right there. I'll put the ad down here below. And I remember the first time I wanted to get into rapping was middle school, and that was back to when Angel and I first met. I remember that we were doing a song together, and it was like this one beat we found online, and we didn't even have a professional like studio or anything. We just got two of our phones together because back then I believe that on SoundCloud you could just record. Hold on. Yeah, this is basically what we produced. No way.
I put the karambit into my dick. I did it until I had no slit. I have a vagina. That shit's rather tight. Then again, I wasn't born a transvestite. Alright, that's it.
Yeah. So I remember this. I remember this so well.
Dude, that is
we
so
were
crazy.
So he had put on this beat that he found on SoundCloud, and we were also playing Nazi Zombies on the Xbox. So you could hear it in the background. You could hear the piano, and you could also hear like the main beat.
Yeah, we recorded it on the phone, and that was back to when SoundCloud would let you record from your phone. And we didn't know how to mix the audio. I didn't know how to use GarageBand. I didn't know I could have just done that, put in earbuds in, and just rap. But that's basically what we did back then. You know, middle school was a funny ass time. You know, that song has since been deleted, unfortunately, and I kind of regret not privating it because I was thinking about it the other day, and then I was just like, dude,
Yeah.
I wish I didn't delete it.
I remember trying to look for it like my sophomore year, and it was gone. I was like, this bitch.
Dude, I really wish I kept it. And then also 501 Trust too was a song that I made back then, and like it was just hella funny because the song, it was like the song was basically like a beat that I got from this one person on YouTube, and then I didn't take out the watermark, which is like breezy.com or like anything like that. And I remember this is how the lyrics went. I'm gonna pull out my phone.
Certified Hood Classic, some shit like that.
Yeah, Certified Hood Classic. I remember that it was 501 Trust on my SoundCloud, but it's since been deleted, unfortunately. I will grab my phone to go look at the lyrics right now.
In the meanwhile, I never really had a music career, but I do have on my old laptop, I do have some recordings of me playing the guitar, and I would try, but I never really posted anything, which is unfortunate.
Wait, what was that again?
I would record myself playing guitar, but I never posted anything. It was mainly just like covers of songs, but yeah.
Are you good at the guitar?
I'm fairly good. I mean, I could play something right now if you want.
Yeah, let's hear it from the one and only Angel Espinoza.
Oh, shit.
Angel will be grabbing his guitar to show off his mad skills. If any of y'all, what are they called? Scouters?
Scouters.
If any of y'all scouters are interested in applying for him in his band, his email will be right here, and you can contact him right there. Shit. He just broke a lot of discs.
No, that's whatever. Funny story about this guitar. I got it from my ex-girlfriend's stepfather.
Really?
Yeah, Layla's stepdad.
Damn.
They hella fucked with me.
That's hella dope. Alright, this is how it came out. Alright. It's Aunt and my favorite number is 9. Seen a girl down the street and I knew that she had to be mine. She was looking kinda fine. Thought of her as no other. Gotta make this money with my brothers. I had nothing to lose, so I had to make my move. She said no, and that's when I thought, was it even worth the flowers that I bought? Ignore me at school, but you know I ain't no fool. Try and text me on the weekend like we're cool. All about yourself, like a lasso on the shelf. I am making small talk, might as well scribble with a piece of chalk. Shut up, you gerb, keep money on the curb. Take trips that aren't so costly, nobody can ever boss me. My gym toughens me up, pour protein all up in my cup. I'm just a tough napper, I ain't no bitch, I ain't no snitch. I'ma leave you in a ditch. Now tell me those aren't the hardest lyrics.
That's what's up, man. I fuck with that.
Alright guys, Angel will be presenting his guitar skills. Angel, do you want to come over here? Because this is the best quality mic.
The guitar's pretty loud. I could probably play it right here and it'll pick up.
Okay.
Hold
On the country road, I had nothing but I wrote this. Every time I think of you, it is bliss.
I mean, that's some of it. I mean, I have a lot more songs. It's just one of my favorite ones to play because it has this little like. I mean, that's some of it. I mean, I have a lot more songs. It's just one of my favorite ones to play because it has this little like.
You put stickers on your guitar?
Oh yeah, these are some. It's artwork from there's this art place. It's like an art center in downtown. Just got a couple pieces from them. That's not even like my coolest art. I have a piece by Joel P. Hilly in my room. It's
Is that like an artist from...
yeah, he's an artist from New Jersey.
Oh, you went to New Jersey?
No, fuck New Jersey. Chief Keef said fuck New Jersey, but no, he was basically doing this giveaway, and I just so happened to win.
And he mailed it to you?
He mailed it to me.
That's pretty sick.
I believe it's worth about like $3,000 right now.
$3,000? Dang, this dude must be like... His art must be really good. Did you pull it out?
Yeah, I'll bring it out right now.
I'll pull it out right now. Alright guys, we're about to see some exclusive art from the one and only artist, which Angel has mentioned. And if you're seeing this, just know that Angel really appreciates your art. And, you know, as a fellow artist, coming out here just to present myself as well, you know, we could do a collab one day, you know. Just hit me up, you know. I got some ideas of my own, and we could just do art. Art is, I know that every artist like to do their own thing differently, but, you know, we can meet somewhere in the middle. And Angel is going to pull out his art right now. Now that goes hard. Dang, that looks pretty sick. It's
So,
like abstract art.
The piece is called Let Me Roam. So from what I've gathered, or the way that I like to look at it is that this is the city in the background. This is this dude who's like on a bad acid trip or something. He's just walking through the world. These are like little crosswalks or like other people. I see this as a street sign, as like a lamp, or as a street lamp, where it's hanging over right here. You have the light coming down, but it's like seeping down like water. This is part of like the thing that goes up. It's just disconnected. I also see it as this like kind of a Picasso piece where there's this dude walking this way, but his nose is bleeding, and then here's our main character. He's walking towards us.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, so the piece is called "Let Me Roam." It's an exclusive piece. It's actually signed on the back.
What?
Yeah, so I got this completely out of chance.
Yeah. Looks like a good piece, yeah.
The dude actually, I talked to him for like a couple of days after he had mailed it to me. He actually wants you to touch his pieces. So if you want to go ahead, it's like a little art piece. So to him, the art also includes like the way that it feels and like.
That is true. Like it just has, layers to it.
Yeah.
Layers, and then like you could feel like the edges and stuff.
This dude, he was actually homeless.
Oh really?
He was homeless, and then people started to buy his art, and then he was able to like start renting out this little studio, and then on a live stream, he doesn't actually make art anymore. He actually fell off, so these pieces are only going to go up in value. This exact painting was so he found the canvas like outside of an art shop. I don't know if it was stolen or if it was like actually just thrown away. He said that it was used. He said there was already paint on it. But when he was on his way home, it fell out of his truck and it got run over, and then he pulled over to pick this back up. Luckily there wasn't any damage that you could really see.
Nah, this doesn't even look like it was ran over.
No, it doesn't.
It's sturdy, but that's recycling at its best.
Yeah. So yeah, this dude was basically homeless. He through art he was able to make money and like all this shit.
Hey, good for him. He's a entrepreneur artist.
I don't know if he's alive or not anymore. His name was Joel P.
How old was he?
I have no. I mean, he looked around like 38. He looked older.
38. I think he's still alive. Yeah, he probably is.
So
have you ever thought about making your own music, Angel?
Now I want to. I was at Wingstop yesterday. My friend works there. These dudes were just freestyling in there, and then I thought about getting into it, but I didn't have anything off the top of my head, so I would have just came in just straight freestyling. And I mean, I don't know. From that snippet that we listened to earlier, my freestyles can be a little out there.
Yes, he can. But I mean, they rhyme, so it's a good.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. And then
So this thing about me is I'll be just driving around. I'll have music on, and then I'll lower the music, but I still have like the beat going on, but I also have the audio, and I'll basically just build upon what the artist have already put onto the song.
Oh yeah.
But then I never remember it. So I've made like these
I
really.
mean, that sucks, dude. It's like that happens with me as well. You spit like a verse, and then you're like, damn, I should have written it down.
I should have been recording. Yeah, I've made like. There's this one. It was like about a year ago. I was parking my mom's car. I had just dropped my girlfriend off at my place. I was gonna go park the car, and I made this like really fucking good song, but I didn't remember it. Like I can't remember it at all, but I remember being like, damn, this shit's fucking hard.
It'd be like that sometimes. It's just like, you always come up with the best type of things when you're not even expecting it. If you're prepared, like recording and stuff, and you try to freestyle, sometimes it may like not come out the way that you wanted it to. But when you stop recording, when you don't realize that people are recording, that's when the best stuff is produced.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I think when it's very in the moment, that's when things are the best. I don't think so. Every artist has been in the booth. Some of the best songs that have ever existed haven't even been recorded.
I tried to like actually get into guitars and stuff. I have an electric guitar that I bought a long time ago, but it's just in my room. I have the amp and stuff, but I don't really know how to play. Like I know that like people do some. I'm not experienced with the guitar, and I see people do like some shit with their hands where like they're doing like that. And then like they're flinging the strings at the same time as well, and then they do some shit with their hand where like they slide it down to another note. I know that changes the tune of the song, but I was
Yeah.
never able to get that hand-eye coordination down. My hand-eye coordination is kind of like bad.
So with me, I don't. So there's like names for every note and shit.
Yeah.
And there's like this whole music theory where it's like, oh, if you play like this set of chords, like this is the type of song that it goes to. I don't know any of that. Like you could ask me like, what's a D major, and I'll be like, I don't fucking know. But it's all muscle memory to me.
Yeah, it is muscle memory. The notes, they were really confusing to me. I don't know how to read those type of musical notes.
Oh yeah.
It seems very confusing. But I mean, if you were training your like most of your life to that, you could, learn that. Obviously, you're putting in a lot of hours into that specific instrument, and then obviously if you put enough time into anything, you'll get good at it. It's just the way of life. It's the way that we are. Yep. And then how's your job, Angel?
So I'm a waiter at Applebee's. It's pretty chill. Today I only have four work days.
Work days?
Today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I have Monday, Thursday off, which is, pretty fucking good. Like I like working there, but I like time to myself, and I've been meaning to run some errands. Like I gotta go to IKEA. I'm trying to get a new dresser. I'm trying to basically do all these things, and I don't have the time for it. End of the day, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. Yeah.
Some of the stuff that I have in my room right now, I got like off of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace.
Oh wow, yeah, that's money saving right there. But yeah, the place that I work at is a Nordstrom rack. It's pretty cool. My coworkers are pretty cool. We got our own little break room. Actually, the break room's pretty big. To be honest, it's like bigger than this living room right here.
Damn, bro, so you guys are like chilling, huh?
Yeah, we got like a lot of space, and then we got lockers too, so then we could put our stuff in there. And we obviously got to learn our own combinations for each locker, but working there is pretty chill. I do a lot of things. Like in the beginning when I started working there, I was kind of confused a little bit. I never worked retail, and so then I was just confused with like. I was just a little bit nervous to ring people up. I was just like, oh, what if they say something to me that I don't know the answer to? And then that's why they give us walkies. So I used that a lot when I first started working there. And then that made the experience a whole lot easier. The managers understood that I was new and that I was just new to retail. The position's like service experience. And when I first heard that job listing, I thought like service experience was like maybe like customer service, that's what they meant, and that we're just be handling returns. But the way they do things over there, it's just like returns and sales sort of happen in the same place if it's the right time. Like if there's nobody in returns, then you start ringing up people, and then obviously we're at a disadvantage a little bit because you're not meant to like ring right there, but it's still how it is. Make do. We just reticket stuff, put the price on things, which is pretty easy, and then the sensors as well. And my job is pretty good. I like it. Next year, like when I become a sterile processing tech, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna go into that type of field. I'm gonna get certified soon, so I'm just wait on it. That's just shit that's upcoming for me.
Yeah. Applebee's is pretty fucking boring. I talked to people. It was recently Veterans Day though. We were giving out free meals to veterans. I made no money.
You made no money?
Yeah, because it will be some of them were like veterans on their own. They would just eat their meal and get out, and it was completely free.
Oh yeah.
Like if they got like an iced tea, like I wasn't about to charge them $3 for the single iced tea that they drank. So, yeah, basically people just came in, they left. Like I didn't have to pay anything, or they didn't pay anything, so I didn't make any tips. This one dude like left like $4 on the table, but that's about it.
They deserve it. They fight for our country. But sometimes, if they don't serve long enough, they say goodbye to their benefits, and the United States just kicks them to the curb.
Yeah.
You gotta be if you want to go into the army, be fully committed. Think about it, because maybe you might change your mind in the future. Trust me. Like just like what Angel did.
Yeah, bro. Fuck the military complex and all that shit.
Yeah, because once you get in, there ain't getting out. Trust me. Without losing your benefits and without losing time. Because don't they make you stay for like how long? If you like
the minimum,
apply?
I believe, is 4 years.
4
I know
years.
that some other branch, or I almost joined the Marines. I know that the minimum is 4 years. I know other branches have like 2 years or 3 or some shit like that. There are ways to get out, but they're not the ways you want to get out. The only way to get out is really to commit a crime and get caught for it. So Marines will sometimes like commit vandalism and then they'll get court-martialed. That's basically them just being like in trouble. They go to their little like court date and then they just get like taken out of the military.
Oh yeah, and then they go to jail for a little while. But then you also got a charge to your name. But people are desperate sometimes. They don't want to. They just realize they made a mistake and they don't want to be in the military no more.
Yeah. I don't know anybody who did that particularly, but I know that it's a thing that happened. I know a lot of people will do like a couple of things if they don't want to like have anything on their record. It's a very popular thing, or it was a very famous thing that happened in the Vietnam War. People would shoot themselves in the foot, or like they would purposefully put themselves in danger so that they would.
The Vietnam War was a war that did not need to happen.
It did not. The
United States lost anyways. Like it was just like unfamiliar terrain. Obviously, the soldiers, they were drafted, most of them. So like it was just an unnecessary war because they just lost a lot of people. A lot of people died. And then obviously, really nothing came out of it. Like the United States didn't really benefit from it. So they just lost people, and they just lost, basically.
See, the United States went into it thinking... so the Korean War was like only a few years before the Vietnam War. They went into it expecting it to be fought like the Korean War, where it's like you just fucking have your machine guns and then... Like they didn't expect the Vietnamese to be like hiding in bunkers and foxholes and like this guerrilla tactic.
Yep.
They were expecting them to be like holding positions, and then the U.S. comes in and does whatever they need to do. The thing about the Vietnam War though, it was a big testing ground for the United States. Do you know what Agent Orange is?
Nah.
Agent Orange was this like chemical compound where basically they would release it onto the forest and it would kill all the plants. It would make the ground like uninhabitable. Like basically all plants in that area would die. And it would give humans like cancer. Like it would kill them in the moment, but if they did survive and they did have kids, the kids would come out with deformities. It would come out like with like no arm or like a tiny little hand or like just all these.
I think that's why biowarfare is like not legal anymore. It's a war crime, I think.
Yeah, now it's a war crime.
Yeah, that shit sucks because there's a lot of shit that you see out there that does happen. Like people are born with deformities and stuff. It may be akin to that, It really sucks, but that's just the way life is.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so basically the United States was doing all this like fucked up shit to not only the natives or locals, but like to their own people, because Agent Orange because they couldn't control it. It was the winds, and if the winds were pushing towards your own people, you can't control the wind.
Yeah.
So a lot of American troops also got Agent Orange, and the same thing happened over here. That's a lot of the people who fought in the Vietnam War were the children of baby boomers. So they were basically boomers. And then those boomers had kids with deformities. So a lot of deformities started right after Vietnam War.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they would come home, they made more kids, but these kids were coming out with things wrong with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know about Agent Orange from The Punisher, but then that was a person. And then I was kind of confused when you were talking about that in the beginning.
That was a person, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode of the Makers Pub. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, first episode of the podcast. And then this is my friend Angel Espinoza. Got any last words to say, Espinoza?
I don't. What do you have to say?
I just gotta say, guys, you should check out my music on my SoundCloud. It's Amp and Breezy. It's Ant Breezy. That's just me. You know, I just do little projects from the side, you know, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Aunt Breezy as well. It's Aunt with 2 T's.
You know what? I'll make a song. I'll be ready for the next classroom date with the song.
Yes, and then if you guys like this podcast, then or heart it, then Angel and I will make a song.
Okay.
Dude, I'm down.
Oh, fuck yeah, we can make a song.
We could totally make a
Easy.
song. If you like, you know, do the guitar and then I'll be the vocalist, dude, I'm gonna be like, I'm just kidding. You could be you could do your own song.
Or I was thinking like rapping. I could probably come up with a nice little freestyle.
Yeah, and then maybe, dude, if any of you guys are down who are watching this, if you want to start a band, hit me up. Let's do it. I'm down.
Or send in some like
Some clips.
Send in some clips.
They don't have to be good.
Send
They
in
just
some
have to be alright.
audios. Send in a backing track or some shit that we could rap over.
Yeah, if you guys are willing to send us free beats, then we'd appreciate it a lot. We'd credit you in the music video and credit you in the description as well. So, you know, we might blow up one day maybe, and then you may contribute to it, and then we'll shout you out, you know.
In our documentary.
Yeah, in our documentary, the Aunt Breezy documentary, and then I'll stem back to this podcast, introducing myself as who I am and what my upbringing was. You know, you could always go back to this podcast, always link it like, who's Aunt Breezy? Where'd he come from? What's his name? My name is Antonio Lopez, bitch.
Damn, the man behind the mask.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna bleep that out. Yeah, if y'all are ever questioning who is Aunt Breezy, it's Antonio Lopez.
If
y'all ever heard that name, just know it's me.
The pretty one's Angel. Just gotta make that known.
What was that?
The pretty one is me. I'm the pretty motherfucker. Hey, bro. To their knowledge, you could be looking a little crazy under that mask. I mean, I'm just saying, like, he does not have all of his hair under there.
What?
You don't, bro. You're still growing it out.
Oh yeah, you're right. I thought you were trying to like say that I'm bald or something. Nah, but yeah, I have hair, and right now I'm not gonna reveal my face on my videos until I grow out my hair, because right now I'm trying to get like long hair down to like right here, like to my jawline. And man, I'm gonna grow out a goatee. Right now I'm still in the process of doing that, and I hope it comes in quick. Hopefully my genes are in my favor. Hopefully it doesn't come out messed up. And I remember back then, actually in middle school, I actually didn't want a mustache. I didn't want facial hair at all. And what I tried to do was pluck out my facial hair when I had, like, you know, the peach fuzz on my face.
Yeah.
When I had the peach fuzz on my face, I would try to pluck it out. But, you know, my hair would regrow. It would fill in the gaps where I plucked it out. But, you know, it'd have just a little less hair. And then I kind of regret doing that, low-key.
So the funny thing is, I hate facial hair, especially on people who are, like, younger. Like, if you're in high school, you don't try to grow out your facial hair. You look like shit.
Dude, you're going to look hella stupid.
You're going to look stupid. The funny thing is, though, I could grow out, like, my beard or mustache in just, like, a week when it takes somebody else, like, 3 months to get where I'm at.
That is true. We got the Mexican genes. Like, my facial hair is already starting to grow out again, you know.
I know hella Mexicans who try to grow out their, like, little beards and goatees that can't do it.
It's funny because, like, Mexican goatees, they always grow out the same way. They always have, like...
Yeah.
Like little tiny, like it's just like a little cactus.
It starts off small, yeah. But if I'm probably gonna shave tonight, or like right after this podcast. You'll see my progress. Like, we'll come back next week and I'll already have some like solid growth.
Yeah, well, maybe we might do that one time lapse type of videos where like we take pictures of ourselves every day.
Every day.
And then you'll see the progress of our facial hair. And I may do that with my hair actually too. Like maybe I might actually reveal my face in the little time lapse, but that's when I have long hair.
So it's gonna look good. Yeah,
so then you guys know how I look with short hair when I did have short hair, but I'm gonna upload it when I have long hair. That's basically how it's gonna go.
Well, with that being said, thank you for joining us for an episode of the Maker's Pub.
Yep, this is Aunt Breezy, and we are out, and we will cue the card right here. Maker's Pub, I made that myself. Hope you guys appreciate it. See y'all later.